Yay! Okay, you get both of them sides. I've got my two tallest Dream Team members here, Jack and McKenna. So we did go this weekend, and we scouted the University of Florida. But we had one Florida fan, and we had one that was standing wearing his Florida State stuff the entire time. So one of the greatest things that we get to do at Dreams Come True is really work with our community to make dreams happen. And if you recall at the last meeting, we were able to share with you a dream that one of these two had, and that was Jack. And James Coleman has answered that call. And so Jack does not know this. You guys are finding out with Jack that next Thursday, he's heading to Tallahassee to stay at the team's hotel. You are going to the FSU Duke game. You are getting treated like royalty. You have pregame sideline passes. You are watching the game as close as possible. And we have lots of other surprises in store, but we can't reveal those until a little bit closer. But was casually joining you at a meeting tonight, didn't you? All of your family. But this guy right here worked tirelessly from the second he found out that your dream was to head out to Tallahassee and meet the team. So.
Well, it just so happens it works out. We got to get that gate off. But when we talked, I heard that, I was like, oh, I was actually kind of didn't even almost go to that event. But I went to that event, and when I heard that, the first thing I said was, okay, well, within the scheme of things that I accomplished on a week, that's probably the easiest thing. And if that could make for all the things that you persevered through, you went through, if that's one of your dreams or one of your goals, especially through all my nonprofit mentors for the kids, we're always trying to be able to at least have that thing to continue to motivate somebody to do the right thing. You've done all the right things, and if that's what you want to do, my job, as well as the community's job, is to make sure that you get everything that it is that you ask for, as long as you continue to persevere. So the team over there is excited. You probably don't realize this, but you were the attraction on Twitter. You actually went viral. So a lot of people know you. I had to tell them there was no relation, but we're gonna call you nephew. But, we're going to make sure you're going to experience Florida State in the manner that a top recruit, or that I would experience as a former player is going to experience. I'm going to make sure of that. So everybody's happy to see you. They're excited, and hopefully, this will be a great memory. And one day down the road, when you're in this position, you're going to be able to pay it forward to somebody else. So appreciate you, man.
This means so much to Jack because his brain tumor made it so that his vision is very limited. So to be able to see the field and the locker room and all of these experiences up close and personal is a gift that I don't think you could ever realize what you guys are giving to Jack and his family, right? So, should we do a... Yes, there we go. So thank you for always answering the call when we have amazing dreams that we need to fulfill. And we're so excited that you guys have been a part of Jack's and the first Dream Team Dream of the Year.
I never quite know what to do with my hands. Make sure everybody can hear me. Let me make sure we're good with that. I said we were going to start off. We were only going to do North Carolina and Clemson, but I don't think that's fair. So we're going to pick another school that I think is comparable. Breaking down, looking at Army doesn't really do anything for us. We don't run anything similar to what Army runs, but we got Purdue up, and Purdue does kind of give us a little snippet of what to expect. And go full screen mode here with Purdue. And so as you can see, they start off with the fuckery pretty early right here. You're in goal line. You're in the goal line position. They don't. They skipped a lot of the other stuff that went on. So what we're gonna do is just trying to get the highlights. Because we don't really have all day to go over all of the film, so we want to go look at some of the things so that we can know kind of what to expect from the opponent. Obviously, we know that Syracuse is 4-2 on the season. Mike Hall, you brought up a good point about Army. Like, that's why I don't want to break them down. They're a very well-coached team and good discipline. We're a well-coached team. We just aren't very fucking disciplined, which is what happens when you have a very fast team. Just to show, if you guys weren't paying attention last game, I was hanging out with Peter Ward, which is a friend of mine, and Lamont Green. Awesome knows Boots is on the team right now. That's Lamont Green Jr. Lamont was just talking about just how fast and athletic our guys are, and how that does make you more prone to like bad plays happening when you're facing an athletic quarterback. So he brought those things up, and I like to get information from guys that play those positions on defense that give me a little bit more perspective. It's not an excuse. It's just more of really just saying, hey, shit happens when you're on this level and whatnot. Let me see if my guy CJ responded back to me or if he wanted to come on or not. Because I'm an offensive guy. All I do is thinking about like how we would attack the defense. Doesn't always work out that way sometimes. But anyways, we're in the goal line. They're in goal line right here based upon what we see here. They've got the traditional set. You've got a big quarterback. I hate when quarterbacks get that little squatty ass thing going on right there, but they're under center. You've got a wing back. You've got a fullback. You know I love that. And you've got your tailback. You got one guy one-on-one over here. So this is what we will be. This is something that we could face if we get into a short inside the 5. Right now they're on the 3-yard line. Very similar to what we would have. So Purdue's got everybody here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you've got one-on-one man coverage up here. I don't really know how. Let's go look through the stats before I go in here. Talk about how dangerous the guy is. But if you feel you have a corner that's an NFL guy, you've got to be able to match up with that guy one-on-one. So before we get into this, Syracuse has played 6 games where we've played 5, but Schrader is over 1,200. Excuse me, over 1,200 yards passing. He's about the same completion percentage as Jay Trav right now. He's got 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, so he has a propensity to turn the ball over. Schrader is also the second leading rusher on the team with 6 touchdowns. He's got 368 yards on the season. I think there might be another play before they got to that. No, that's the first play they showed. So he's got 368 yards rushing on the season. Allen is their running back. He's that 400 yards. He would be the leading rusher on our team. Before I put it into context so that people can understand what all this means, they've got their receiving core, their top 2 receivers, basically on par with what our top 2 receivers are with one additional game. They haven't scored as many touchdowns as Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson have, but still nonetheless about as productive with the same amount of receptions. Brown has 22 receptions. Hatcher has 19, and then Allen, they throw it to the running back out of the backfield. He's got 20 receptions, which is something that we got to pay attention to because we don't really necessarily cover the back out of the backfield. But let's talk about context. Says Adam's still on the roster. Doesn't look like that. Let's talk about context though. So a lot of their yards obviously came. They played Colgate out the gate. Colgate, they scored 65 points on Colgate. I mean, they whooped Colgate. That was a thorough ass whooping. They scored 23 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 28 in the third. They had 677 total yards of offense to Colgate's 106 yards of total offense. So, like, perspective, guys, perspective on that. Then they played Western Michigan. They beat Western Michigan 48-7. Again, that was another thorough ass whipping. They scored 17 in the first, 28 in the second to really take it over. They scored 3 points in the second half. I'm not saying that Western Michigan stopped them by any means. I'm just saying they probably pulled off the dogs. They had almost 500 yards of total offense. But Western Michigan had 221 yards passing and 97 yards rushing. Not going to judge them for that because they probably were trying to toss that pill going up against twos in the second half. But again, blowouts. Now, the game we're going to go over first is the first game that they played a team with a fucking pulse. And that was Purdue. They were up on Purdue 21-7 in the first half. At the end of the first half, Purdue comes down, scores in the third, the only touchdown, making it 21-14, making it a game. Syracuse took it over and took it away in the fourth quarter, scoring 14 points to Purdue 6 in that. Looking at this, Schrader had 0 touchdowns. He had one interception. He was 50% completion, 184 yards, but he also had 25 carries, 195 yards rushing, and 4 touchdowns. I like our chances if that's the way they got to beat us. Like if they got to beat us by basically having a running back like he is everything that people have tried to make Jay Trav into this season. And then I mean they rushed the ball 44 times that game. Crazy. Then Army, they beat Army 29-16. The game was 10-3 going into halftime. Excuse me, it was 10-3 Army going into halftime. Syracuse scored 13 points in the third quarter. They went on to win 29-16. They scored 26 unanswered points against Army. Very well coached, disciplined team. But again, I just try to give people perspective before we just start spouting out stats about Clemson and how dangerous. About Syracuse and how dangerous they are. Now, Schrader did have a better game as a quarterback. He was 21 for 26, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, but also 1 interception in that game. They ran the ball 37 times. Again, they still run the ball a lot more than they throw it. Schrader had 50 yards rushing. Allen had 104 yards rushing. Alford, their top wide receiver, had 135 yards on the day. No touchdowns, no fumbles. Now, when they go into playing the good games, and you're going to see when we break down this Clemson game, the Clemson thing was never a fucking game. It was never out of hand at all. Clemson jumped on them early. It was 14-7 in the first quarter, 21-7 in the second, 24-7 in the third, and 31-14 is how the game ended. Clemson was never in doubt. Now let's read this box score so we can know. Schrader was 15 for 29 again, right at 50% passing. He threw for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So both touchdowns came in the air, 1 in trash time, 1 in competitive play. So we could potentially see some shit happen that we might not necessarily like, but he's prone to turn the ball over. Now I got to go back and see where we'll see. I haven't done North Carolina yet. He ran the ball 15 times for 24 yards. He also fumbled the ball, if I remember correctly. He fumbled it twice. He lost 1. The running back also fumbled the ball on a pitch. So again, prone to turn it over when the pressure's put on them. We'll see that here shortly. Just really focusing in on the offense. Now they did get 3 sacks on Clemson. So, they got some guys over there. They got a couple guys that could actually, make life a little tough for us. But as you see, Clemson handled them relatively easily. Then North Carolina, another ass whipping that they took. They lost 40-7. North Carolina scored 10, 17, 10, and 3 respectively in their quarters. Syracuse hit the board in the third quarter with 7 points. Reading this box score, Garrett Schrader, excuse me, that's Drake May. Drake May was slinging that bean. Schrader was 15 for 21, 124 yards, another interception. Their backup also threw another interception. They were held to under 9. So just so people know, North Carolina is not known for their defense. North Carolina is an offensive team that gives up the booty. They're like the East Coast version of USC when it comes to scoring points, not playing defense. They held Syracuse to damn near under 200 yards of total offense. So 92 yards rushing total. Schrader had 28 yards on 10 carries. I mean, he's been taking a fucking beating. See what their defense did. They got 2 sacks against North Carolina. So again, there may be some things that if we get caught sleeping, we'll get fucked. North Carolina had over 600 yards of total offense. Only got to the quarterback once. So Schrader being big and mobile and moving the ball is probably going to just sling that bean. But let's just look at overall what they've done on the season. They've had 18 sacks on the year. Obviously, most of it coming against Ducks, but you still can't take away from what they've done. So with that knowing, so now we have context and perception. The perception is that this team scores 33 points a game, but perception is not reality. No matter what people think, context will give us perspective. And perspective is what we need when we go in here. And especially for my guys who are trolling or kind of bitch made a little bit with how they think about stuff. So we'll just push play on a lot of this stuff. And if there's something interesting, we'll pause it. Actually, that's a really good fake here. Like everybody's sold out on stopping the run, and Schrader just pulls it, keeps going. It's really cool when you're beating up on Sisters of the Poor. So that was a good one. The other reason why I wanted to go through this is like, I got this at half speed. This was 3 minutes of real time with the highlights. So now we're getting here, pass situation. They're bringing 5, bringing pressure. There's an alley there, and then boom, he just takes off. He's a long strider, as you see. He can get up. He's faster than what he looks, but he's not the fastest guy. He's also big, so he's able to come in and do things, and then he scores again. So they're up 14-0 on Purdue. Big guy. Again, once he takes off running, you got to get to him before he gets to that position. But I think the way that we bring our ends get the opportunity to bring pressure. We bring 1 D tackle, and we always have a defensive tackle that kind of sits there. So they're doing a good job here drawing up the basically the pocket what they have right here. So you guys can watch that. He comes there, he drops back, and where you see this guy that D tackle get pushed out, that's really where it's fucked up. And then Buddy right here can't fall. He's got to be able to make that tackle. He's got to be able to save it. Our guy would be Fabian Lovett more than likely, or Brandon Fisk, who are a little bit more athletic than what Purdue has. My bad. I look down, but we see a touchdown here. So now again, I guess big play happened. This is just knife through butter right here. Just really good goal line blocking here. Bully ball. It's kind of what I really wish we would do more so on the goal line, but it's an old school method. I ain't gonna lie to you. Won't hold you. So here Syracuse brings. So Syracuse, if this is what they're doing, so this is let me go back here a little bit. Yeah, I want to get the down and distance here. 1st and 10. So Syracuse right here, this is the defense that they're going to have on us. Obviously, this will be the package that we'll have. It won't always be 20 personnel because they have 2 backs. But even if you put a tight end on the line of scrimmage, it's basically the same. Basically going to be a similar thing that they do. Maybe they'll go 4 down, but right now they have 3 down linemen. J Trav's eating this shit for lunch. But you see 3 guys, they have respect for what Purdue does. And we got right here, we got a guy wide open right here. What does he do? Oh yeah, he sees him too. So bad throw makes it look like a bad decision, and they're opportunistic, and they got it. 44 tries to pull his flag, doesn't work. Offensive lineman wants no parts of it. 54 says no. 45 says, all right, I'm going to come back and I'm not going to bang you, but I'm going to pull you out of bounds, which is fine. Again, not a bad play call there as much as it's terrible execution. So Syracuse got the ball again, 4 wides. They're about to bring pressure here. Let's see what Schrader does here. They only bring 3. They're trying to keep him in the pocket, make him be a quarterback. Not a good throw at all. So as you can see right now, that guys is what we just saw right there is what you guys claim Jay Trav does. That was a 50-50 chance and a terrible throw by the quarterback. So that's asking to have the ball intercepted. So if we put him in situations, he did that without any pressure, which is wild. I can only imagine what he's going to do with pressure. And when your quarterback has to run it 25 times like he did in one game, that's never optimal. I think Syracuse scores right here. They bring pressure. We got guy in the second and goal here, so we can actually throw the crossing routes. You got this guy wide open right here to the right, going into the. It's not a. I don't think that's a flat because it's a little bit too deep. But anyways, going to the right. Then you got guy coming right down the middle of the field. That'll be in the end zone because the crossing route here by the wide receiver is occupying 2 guys. Very undisciplined defense right here. Cornerback does good. Oh man, you just got to get rid of the fucking ball. Oh, well, then there's always that. Again, guys, y'all talk about our quarterback play. This guy made it a little bit harder for himself. But as Coach Billy Sexton used to always say, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It just better work. If it works, hey, you ain't going to hear my mouth. That's what Coach Sexton said. Now we're in the situation here. Don't know what happened. Goal line front, second and goal. Instead of, I guess, the wingback's back a little bit further than he was the other play, and they're more split backs than anything else. QB sneak. So if they're in that formation, look for that. Did they give a brotherly shove? Oh, yeah, he was coming to give the brotherly shove there. Side note, why does nobody talk about Dino Babers? African-American coach. Yes. Like it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's see what we got here. Is this some I love the Power G concept. My man coming down, kicks him out, boom, all this, man. Guys, can y'all imagine? Imagine. Y'all saw what we were able to do once the running game gets going. Man, we get kick out here. We get our offensive linemen if they're performing the way they performed last week. Man, ain't nobody want no smoke with Trey Benson. This is gorgeous. This is how you draw it up right here. That's exactly how you draw it up. Again, this is one of the victories for Syracuse, but as you can see, a better, more talented team, how they'll be able to exploit it. Now, Syracuse scores one more time here. I believe I don't know, did they kick a field goal or they score a touchdown? I think the game was 35-20. Little crossbuck action. This is where you can't be undisciplined. Again, defensive end just leaves a wide gaping hole. And then Schrader, anybody, I could have scored on this one right here. So thank you. This is what we want to say, guys. This is Purdue doing this to them, guys. So I'm not saying that I would not, anytime that the spread is 3 scores, that we're good. Look, watch this defensive end. Now, we haven't had this. Our defensive ends have actually done a really, really good job of keeping contained. And we haven't had a running back, I believe, rush for over 100 yards on us. So there's no need for our ends to do this. But once that happens, man, pull out, baby. Pull out. Good read by him. Textbook. There's no need to watch the rest of this shit. That's basically. Again, they did it again. Holy shit. Man, what a good guy. What a good guy. Just see Miami, what you should do? That is what you should do, Miami, but you didn't. Syracuse versus Clemson. Let's go check this out. See if we can catch the highlights. I don't want the condensed game. Is that the one? Yeah, this is the one. So first offensive play. All right, make sure we're all here. So now we saw what they did when they saw what they did when they played a team that was probably more on their level. And that's what Purdue was. Now let's watch when they play a team that's a little bit more out, that's better than them. Clemson knows that they can match up with their guys man for man. They know they definitely have the best linebacker in the ACC. They've also got one of the best defensive line fronts. So let's see what happens play one. Got a motion. It's trailing the motion. Good concept here. So they're running the play action fake here. Guys stay disciplined to what they have going. It breaks down. He decides to run. Now watch what happens. Now if you don't wrap up, he's going to be able to get this. But look what happens. Look. Just keep watching. Bam! Hat right on the ball, and he gives up the booty. He's very reckless with that. And when you have a defense that's flying around, scrapping, this is what can happen with Schrader. Schrader is turnover prone. So again, this is early on. So boom, 3. If you're going to blitz, you got to go ahead and make this play. And then you can't get juked. You got to make this play. Then you got to make this play. Then you got to make this play. But boom. You just got to get up, get what you can get against an athletic. This is why I'm not mad at what Jay Trav be doing. Jay Trav, get what you can get and get down, baby. Now Clemson's here, 4 wide, 3 to the field. Klubnik, boom. So 1, 2, 3. They brought pressure. So they brought a guy, missed it. And then once you miss, it's not even a good throw on 3rd and 7. But once you miss, you leave yourself open to things like that. That wasn't the best Cade Klubnik throw. Shout out to my Pilgrim wide receivers. We love them. I don't know too. I mean, I know a couple. I know a lot more black Troys than I know white Troys. But here we go. So boom, got time. This is where somebody would be like, "Why is Jay Trav attacking the middle of the field? Bitch, wasn't nobody there." But that was a good catch. Technically, that would have been the middle of the field, but that guy came way late. But I think that was on a scramble drill. All right, now we're back on defense. Now watch what happens here with Syracuse. First and 10. Running back running the flat out the backfield. Quarterback freezes. See what happens? And guys, so before everybody bitches, at our guy, because even though our guy blitzes more than what people give him credit for, how many people did he bring? So they're doing this, bringing 4. So Clemson's offensive line is food. So there's no need for us to have to show blitz early when you could get home with 4. What we want to do is force this guy to throw without us having to bring as much pressure. So just look. And our ends are better than Clemson's ends. So sees a guy crash down, looks to spill, but it's not a puller, it's a guy running, and it just makes it easy. If you're that helps us with Gilbert, who does a really good job with that. All right, here's where they get another turnover. Let's see if they bring the blitz. 2nd and 17. No, they're bringing the blitz, a little delayed, so they're bringing 5. Pulls it down. He's in trouble. Gets sacked again. Again, if you make this guy think he is going to not only take sacks, he's going to give you the ball. So now they're on 3rd down. Clemson's defense. This is 2 drives right here. All right, get to see it again. So they play a little game. It's not. They don't even play a good one. Like the linebacker's supposed to go to the gap that the D tackle's not in. So he should have went a gap right there. Now here's where the fumble pitch. And that looked like that could have been a big play, but he didn't want to make it. So sometimes players don't want to make themselves. You see the defense. I think he gets said that he's out of bounds. So guys, you see how much food this is right here. Do y'all see how much food this is? And what's crazy is this ain't in Death Valley. This at Clemson. I mean, this at Syracuse. So they're home and they're not comfortable. Just a regular routine pitch. Don't know what my guy Schrader's doing. So again, this is all I'm saying. When I hadn't watched, and what made me decide to do this is that I see people trap game, a lot of fear, a lot of stuff. So I just like, man, you know what? I was on my YouTube and this popped up. And I was watching this. I'm like, this is crazy. So now, Clemson gets the ball again, short field. And this isn't even good blocking. It's just really good running. I mean, Syracuse just has some guys that were focused on trying to make a play. Some guys that were just like, all right, man, let me go ahead and get off the field. Film session is going to be crazy. Will Shipley. I wonder what was the stats for this game. Now 14 just man. He didn't want no smoke. Wanted no smoke. Now Syracuse does end up scoring. So now they bring the blitz. Nobody, they don't get home. This guy open in the flat. Missed tackle. Just piss poor effort. Piss poor effort. That's not going to get it done. For those who want to know, they didn't rush. They didn't, they barely rushed for over 126 as a team, Clemson. But Klubnik was 23 for 37, 263 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's watch this again. 1, 2, 3. They bring 6. This is what happens when you don't get home. You got a crossing route by your tight end. Terrible tackling by DB. And luckily the guy slows him down and they're able to just push him out of bounds. That just was not that wasn't good defense right there. Our bad tackling comes from guys not wrapping up. So they bring in 4. Pretty good blocking right here by Syracuse. Miscommunication right there by Clemson. And again, the tight end eats. Okay. This is just effort. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's the tight end. Let me go see that. 'Cause that's 89. That don't look. That's a big ass fucking wide receiver if he is. Yeah, that's the tight end. Dan Villari. He had 9 catches, 98 yards that game, and that one touchdown right there. You see where he's at right there. You see how he slides. He runs. Is he running a corner? So this Trotter he's on. Okay, Trotter goes there. Ah, yeah, that's just zero. He gets lost in coverage. Gets lost in coverage, and you don't get to the quarterback. Lost in coverage. Gets and you don't get home to the quarterback. Poor tackling, and that's what leads to this. This is where you get on the sideline and the guy just says, "Hey man, what the fuck you doing?" Defensive coordinator asked the question, "You trying to get me fired or you fired?" Back on offense, coming with 3. I love odd fronts, especially an odd front where you don't bring pressure, but they do have a QB spy, and this is just Clay getting locked in, putting his eyes down, and that was third down. I was third and long. I didn't see you know, let's go back here. Yeah, third and 11. Now, instead of taking the sack, this is where you actually do throw the check down. If you see your Jaheim Bells or somebody coming across, you throw that, let them try to get something, especially when it's 14-7. You don't throw the ball deep, or 14-7. You try to get the chains moving. So where did the pressure? So the line, where did the confusion from the line come? Boom. Here, you got it there. Oh, that's just 77. Just 77, man. You got to be better than that. You did such a great job. You got to keep blocking that motherfucker until it's done. 3rd and 7 here. Maybe there was a penalty. I don't know. 3rd and 7. Boom. Boom. Okay, comes here. Bitch, run if you got that much time. Or that. First down. Actually, you see that guy at the top of the screen, though? You did have a guy. I wonder if I'm making that decision like y'all, though. Or if he had him beat the whole time. But that's not where his look where his head is at, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, he was jammed. So boom, boom. 7 yards though. I'd rather you not throw into 3 individuals and then it looks like there's nobody on that side of the field. I'd rather J Trav just run and get the first down. But that's me. Maybe they'll show another copy and it look different. But again, you're seeing we have better weapons than Clemson. So we're going back here. They got 3 down. They're bringing 5 though. So crossing, trick play, reverse. Actually, pretty good job outside of the outside of blocking. I mean, excuse me, outside of trying to make the tackle. But if I'm a DC, I'm pissed because I actually have guys in position to make this play not go. So boom. So you got this guy. I don't know why he spins on air. You should have just went ahead and attacked him. If you see a big ass motherfucker coming for you, you got to hit the big motherfucker first. 5, I don't know what you're doing, but you're just trying to slow him down. Good job, 8. Bringing a lot because they're expecting the run. Way to bail. Face mask probably called on that. On 4th and 2, extend the play. Oh, they didn't call the face mask? 4th and 2, though, you got to understand the situation and you got to get rid of the ball, baby. You better than that, club nuts. So what we got here? We got a Bears front. TNT, tackle nose tackle. Pressure coming off the edge. Oh, it's really they brought 4. That's all it was. And then one guy noticed his guy didn't go. I just don't like the route concepts. Only thing you can't really do is 4th and 2. Do you feel like you could throw it to the back of the end zone? Because he did have a guy that was there, but it's very difficult when you have people like that. I'm shocked they didn't call that face mask on that. So 3rd and 5 right here. Running back running the seam, going on the seam. Again, they got if you lose contain on the edge, this is a big motherfucker to bring down. You're right. He didn't have anywhere to throw it. I was talking about it was 4th and 2. I was talking about just throw it out the back of the end zone, try to get the your guy. You had a guy back there, but it was I think the linebacker could have backed up. So back on offense, 1st and 10, climb the pocket, chunk that bitch. Who we chunking this bitch to? Oh, god damn. Our team, our fans would be like, why do we never attack the middle of the field? But the touchdowns right there. He's saying, bitch, this is what think it's me. This is fun, man. It's just watching this, getting an idea, making me feel like I got $20,000 coming in next week, so I got a little bit of money to gamble. Got this big lacrosse Sunshine State Games contract coming in, so. But stop and go, stop and gizzle. They'll say he was open in the middle. Why didn't you throw to Destin Hill? When you got everybody open, this is what 3 wide open motherfuckers looks like. The hezzy. All right, we get 3rd and 4 again. I don't know why. This is a clip. Klubnik trying to extend the play. Clemson's offensive line is a little pious. I think that's how you say it. Damn. Wide the fuck open. Our guys would have said just run and go get the 4 yards. Instead, he did this. They brought 4, showed 3. Got that. You got a guy right there that's more focused on you. You're throwing over it. Oh shit, yeah, hell yeah. 5 is in the trail. You gotta throw that. You actually should throw that earlier, baby. So they're bringing 5 right here. Oh, this is picked up tremendously. And somebody's probably wide the fuck open. Yeah. Got to step on them. Boom, boom. Yeah. I might go gamble this weekend. I got to ask my guys, what's the best site to do? Where do you take like the, not superlative, what do they call it? Like if I want to say somebody's going to rush for over 100, somebody's going to throw for over this. Somebody like what? How do you do those things? I want to do a parlay like that, a 1-game parlay. Probably put like a stack on it. I'm actually feeling more comfortable as we're talking. I feel more comfortable taking the over. Clemson's back on offense again. Pull, dump off. I don't like to dump off like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, you got to protect the ball, baby. I hope they recover this. They deserve it. They get it. They stay in bounds. Up, keep your balance. There you go. They ever had the caravan. Shout out to Underdog. Underdog sponsors 5th quarter. My bad. Syracuse can take advantage of a defense that gets caught sleeping. Now, this is how we've been screwed on this play right here. So quite a few times. But I think we've gotten better at it. But all right, so let's pause it when we get here. So when you're in zone, you got a guy come in here. It's basically like a slant wheel, post wheel. Post wheel is a little bit longer, but this concept right here, this guy, I hope y'all can see it, but the corner number 8, I think it's number 8. He's getting lost looking at the guy going inside when he probably should be focusing here. You're supposed to have help going inside. So he comes there, or he believes the safety's coming over. Well, now this motherfucker's wide the fuck open. Real good quarterback sees that happen. Boom. Go ahead, throw that shit now, man. Which he kind of does. I mean, but he's wide the fuck open, and that's a busted coverage. You see, my bad, 6 is not 8. You see him look back, be like, hey, 5, where the fuck you at? So what happens is 6 and 5 both got caught looking at the inside route. All of a sudden, this guy right here with Syracuse is wide booty butt naked right now. And, now his old lady thinks he's better than what he is. Our guys score on that, but, Clemson wasn't making that mistake with us. So now you got a guy in the flat, go to the flat. Oh, it's flattened up, so it's a wheel route. So then where does he throw it? Oh, that's just good ball placement. Oh, that's good ball placement. Good shot, Schrader. So that right there, those 2 plays right there could get us. That is something that we haven't. That if I'm them, if I'm Dino, I'm knowing that we have a miscommunication problem with any kind of routes like that. So that's something that could get to us. But as you see, Clemson literally dominated this game. And the only times they scored were on truly blown coverage. So you got a guy right here, linebacker doesn't take a great angle. Linebacker probably doesn't see. Yep, is that Trotter? Damn, dog. Bitch, you better get on your Honda. That's on the linebacker right there. So let's see how Clemson scores their last one. And then we'll go to see North Carolina whip some ass. Oh, so they're back on again. 1st and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring in 4. As you notice, Clemson is dominated without having to bring pressure. Oh, there it is. That guy wasn't even open. You had a guy in front, guy behind, guy to the side. This is why you don't just blindly attack the middle of the fucking field. It's very dangerous there. A lot of bad things can happen. Wide receiver drops the ball down. That's cool. Like what our guys did at LSU. He drops the ball and it tips off of his fingers. When you're trying to squeeze it in like that, that's not good. So 1, 2, man, even if 5 catches this, he's gonna get hit. Our guys would be like, why you don't take the middle of the field? I'm like, bitch, why you ain't throw the 87? If y'all see that, 87 is wide the fuck open right there. Luckily, Schrader, again, he's been getting banged up a little bit, so he doesn't know what to think. Club Nuts does this. Good handout. Ooh, power. Yeah. Ooh, yes. Man, that shit. I'm telling about. Ooh, shit. Look back at it. Look back at it. Look back at it. Look back at it. I ain't even mad at you on that one, Playboy. Nothing like a good physical run to finish off a game. You reward. One thing I'll say that Clemson's done in this game that we have yet to do is, again, play complementary football. You reward the defense for getting a turnover by you getting a score. But let's watch this. Let's watch this G concept. GT pull. And 7 did it, so this was a counter. He's coming this way. Looks like they're going right, but the pull, patience, let him kick out, and it, oh, yeah. Somebody play Tupac, I get around. Again, just look at, just boom, hit that. Pause, hit that. Yeah. Now, 2 could have done a better job by hitting the gap a little bit harder, but at that point, he's probably tired. Benson's going, again, I might take Benson. I know Benson getting over 100 this game. Ooh, good job blocking 15. And look back at it, baby. Pardon my dust. So now we're in the 4th, 31-14. Game's over. Let's say again, still bringing. You can get pressure, bringing 4. You just got to get home. Now this is the other quarterback though. That's not Schrader. Oh man, but yeah, I don't want to see that shit. That's going up against the youngins. Clemson's easily won this game. This is where our fans would be like, "Oh, we barely beat Syracuse." Syracuse gave us everything that we wanted to go up against. Fire Fuller. He let them score 14 points. Let's see if we got the highlights. All right, let's go check this game out real quick. All right. What do we have here? Nah, but you're right. Who cares? Our fans do. How dare Fuller? Fuller can't control the quarterbacks. Fire Fuller. He's just he only lets people he only makes the greatest second half adjustments, but we gotta I gotta argue about something. All right, they're on the road, North Carolina. North Carolina, this is interesting. Obviously, they're going to slant to the boundary with these guys over like this. Syracuse got trips into the boundary, which means they're all not running that route. They're going to go do something else. Obviously, North Carolina scored already. I don't know what or how it happened. That was obviously their first drive. This is Syracuse's first drive. Let's see what goes down. The ball. Fake the run. Oh my goodness. He's just yeah, he knew it was you gotta accept defeat. But that could have been bigger. Just imagine our guys with that. Like that wasn't even like they didn't even fucking try. Did y'all see that guy get through there like that? Offensive lineman like skeezers. They just love penetration. Allowing anybody to penetrate. 4th and 3. Punt. What did they get? Okay. This is something that we got to worry about. Okay, they got a block. Oh, if he gets the first down. Oh, he didn't get it though. I don't think he got that. Yeah, he didn't get that. But if he would have got that, that's when you just got to be like, you know what, man? Oh, don't tell me. I know they didn't call targeting. I know they didn't. Please tell me they didn't call targeting on this. Them motherfuckers called targeting. Ain't that a bitch? That's fucked up. Oh, yeah. Out in space. Yeah, we better than you on that one. Probably should have went up inside and then bounced it outside. You'd have probably got more yards, but yeah, that's just an I'm better than you play right there. We run this. Drake May just look like my DR people call it a starfish, calling women a starfish when they just lay there. That's a terrible quarterback sneak, but it's effective. North Carolina scored 10 points in the first quarter. So basically, we know how that worked. Here, again, North Carolina's not known for their defense, and you see what they're doing right here. Did Clemson break Syracuse? They're going to probably try to give some fight to us, but just realize they've scored 21 points in the last 2 games with an average score 33 points a game. Syracuse bringing pressure, bringing 5. Another guy comes late. See how they picked all of that shit up. Guys wide open. Our guy makes that guy miss in the open field. But again, as you can see with a lot of these clips, don't bitch about us not going up the middle if the outside is wide open. They're bringing 1, 2, 3, 4. They bring 6 here. One more than we can block. They pick it up. Oh yeah. Like, how do you stop this? Great ball thrown. Great catch. Touchdown. Again, why do you attack the middle when you have the outside? You just take the touchdowns. Just enjoy it, guys. Even though we do attack, we are very balanced in our attack. If you actually watch game film and you look at stuff, it's really not what you think. You just assume that the wide receivers he's throwing to are 50-50 jump ball guys. So 9 on the stop route. Got to go here. Just, yeah. I mean, but you guys see where the weaknesses are with Syracuse. North Carolina brings pressure. People are sitting there. That's discipline right there, and letting their secondary work, and just not creating the gaps. He's getting a lot of time, and you see what he just did right there. Gave up the booty. Hey man, it's dangerous when you just have that thing tooted up out there, man. You can't have that thing tooted up out there. Okay, so they kept the ball. 4th and a lot. They get a good little bounce here. Oh, good. Okay. So they have the ability to get you like a coffin corner little action there inside the 5. Not the most optimal thing in the world to be. All right. See, they love that 3 down. They bring it 5. I'll count that as 5. It's picked up. Drake has a lot of time. All right, Drake. You gonna fuck around and get a hold in there now? Damn, boy. What the fuck you doing, Drake? This is where you got, but Drake May's not known for scrambling. So all my people who say they fear North Carolina, just letting you know, no, there's nothing to fear but fear itself, guys. If we got to play, I haven't watched Louisville, but Louisville does look a little dangerous. Got plenty of time. They're bringing absolutely no pressure. He gets a catch, 3rd and 12 on the other side of the sticks. On the outside. Why doesn't Drake May attack the middle of the field? He doesn't like his other receivers. Bring a 4, climbs the pocket. There you go. Attacks the middle of the field right there. A lot of extracurricular stuff right there. Uncalled for. 1st and 10. Got a fullback in the game or a jump tight end, move tight end. Got 4 guys. Bring it 4. Kind of looks like a delay there. Climbs the pocket. You got to keep on these guys. It's 2 guys open, 1 in the middle, 1 to the outside. Just the way you draw it up. If you have more than 2 people open, that's just great to have. 1st and goal. Drake May pulls it. Oh yeah, just toss it in there. I don't know why quarterbacks feel the need that they have to throw it like perfectly on that. You got the guy open. Just make it easy for him. Just flick it over that to him. Make it easy to catch. Help us out. Sometimes we don't catch the ball that often, so just boom, just make the completion easy. It kind of looks cooler too, like you're doing a little no look. Copenhagen has a solid chin. Again, just take that wasn't even a great throw. Like they're just out here just doing shit. They're just out here. They're just out here having fun right now, man. They're not. They're bringing a lot. Just look at that effort, man. Drake May is not the most athletic quarterback in the ACC. So just imagine what Jay Travis is doing with this. And I'm not saying this to be cocky or arrogant. I'm just saying this, guys. Like, just there is no reason to truly just be afraid. And you got to go out there and play the game. And these are kids with pride too. And they were all recruited. Most of them got recruited by multiple schools. But like, was it a noon kick? Was this game a noon kick? Go back and check this out. So here, boom, got the pressure. They're not even bringing pressure right now. And then just look at just how long it takes. Somebody should be open right here. All right. Yep. They got a catch. That long, somebody should be open. Probably playing a a backup at that point. Good throw though. So now you're in their area. He does a good job of pulling that. He's a big boy. Once he gets going, if you don't tackle him, if you don't get on him early, he's going to be tough to bring down. I don't know what time that game was, man. Looks like it had to be noon. Oh, it's 3:30? Okay. So it was good. Like, this is a good drive on them. It happens. Got some momentum. Now we're in the third quarter. It's where the game basically gets really put away. Play action. Running back leaves late. I mean, North Carolina's offense is picking, the offensive line is just picking them up. They are not helping the DBs of Syracuse, who are absolutely abysmal. And they went outside again. When 6 doesn't work, bring everybody. That's a solid stop. That's good. Guy off the edge. Great pickup by the running back. Dre Trav just runs there. There's a guy wide open there. Should have been thrown at. Didn't, because it was outside, and the fan base has been saying you throw the ball outside too much. Kicks another field goal. That's 2 drives where they settle for field goals. So this game really should be, what is this? This will be 30. At this point, this game should be 35 to 7 already. What was the end score? This was it 40 to it's 40 to 7. So they scored 10 more points. Oh, they scored 3 in the fourth quarter. So we're gonna watch this one more touchdown. Drake May has the ball again. He's gonna score right here. Plenty of time. Catches the guy coming across. Bad throw though. And this is just when it's not in the cards for you. That should have been an interception right there. But he catches it. Everybody slows down. Everybody's thinking that they're gonna go ski, and then they get ski weed. Actually, we're just gonna remove that. So if you guys don't have any questions, hopefully I have calmed some of your fears about Syracuse. Again, anything can happen when we play games. That's why you play the games. But anybody who's just going around saying I'm afraid, you're just being you're fearing fear for just to do it, or you're trying to save face because you don't want to go out there and say, "Oh my God, we're going to blow them out." They have the ability to take advantage of miscommunications, and that happens. There will be times, but if what we've seen is a similar team in Clemson, who I think we're better at on the D line. They may be arguably better than us at linebacker in some places, but I definitely think our secondary is better than theirs. Outside of the one player, outside of Nate. And you saw the only 2 times they were able to do anything against Clemson was on big collapses. Things that we do. We have a very bad job covering the wheel when we're in that kind of coverage. But we just saw what North Carolina did to them with a worse defense than Clemson. And Carolina's not bringing – Carolina wasn't even bringing – was getting pressure with 3. So, again, we can actually – so if you see us not bringing the blitz, and we're only because we're 4 down front, and you see us consistently just we can get pressure with 4. We've gotten pressure every week with 4. The difference is we've seen like we saw Jaden Daniels and we saw Castellanos or whatever his name is, who is extremely fast. Then we've seen varying degrees of speed since we've done that. Klubnik, Klubnik is not faster than this guy. The Virginia Tech quarterback is faster than this guy. If we're able to get to him and hit him early and often, he is going to give us what we want in turnovers. And as you've seen, their defense is absolute food. The couple of times that they got to the quarterback were in situations where the quarterback just refused to run and maybe stared down somebody a little bit. Clemson had one guy just give terrible effort. We also saw with Clemson, we saw what can happen when you're actually pulling your guards. They don't spill very well at all. If you want to go out there and we want to just go bloody their nose, we could do it. What they're going to try to do on offense is they're going to try to make the game a little muddy. And they're going to try to run and use the play action pass, and then Schrader will be able to use his ability to be his ability to take shots. Good. We could very well beat Syracuse the same way that we beat them last year in Doak, in the heat. Stop being bitches and stop being scary. I appreciate you guys for coming in. For those who are watching the rebroadcast of this, we do this live for our members. Membership is $3.99 and up on the YouTube channel. We post a StreamYard link. Or if you're a member of Fifth Quarter, you get this as well. We posted it there. All you have to do is kind of register. This is the way we could do this live without having somebody take down the stream. So it's an added service to those who do things for us. Hopefully I gave you some context. If they were good, I would have no problem telling you where they're good at. I do think, though, if they're people that you want to be able to target, the statistics for their running back show that you should have to pay attention to him. Schrader is a tough motherfucker to bring down. He's big, but that tight end does look like somebody that if we come in and we're just trying to give big shots and we're not wrapping up, we're going to do this tough. Mike asked, I would love to do this with CJ. Me and CJ just got to get our timing together. Hopefully we'll be able to do the Monday morning quarterback breakdown. Me and CJ will be able to do that together. I'm going to try to get